Welcome to Mindshock. This is your host, Bruce McGuire. And I know everybody's been jonesing for some Jones. Some Alex Jonesy. We got some compilations for you of the greatest thespian in modern history, perhaps all history. The one and only Alex Jones. That and more on this live Q&A, where anything and everything goes, and we try to tackle everything in typical Mindshock fashion with logic and reason at the forefront, unlike anything else out there. If you want to help support the podcast, you can donate to our PayPal. Check the link in the description. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, and Patreon. Patreon is a great priority for case topological analysis, Pogo podcaster requests. You could also be a guest in the podcast depending on your tier. Questions, comments, theories, thoughts, suggestions, rebuttals, debunkings of any kind. Leave them in the comment section unless, of course, you are with us here live. Drop them in the live chat. I'll try to get to each and every one of them. I'm not perfect, though. Some might slip through the cracks. If they do, just ask a couple more times spread out, and hopefully I'll get it. You can also become a YouTube member right here on YouTube. Help support the channel that way. So here is a heads up. I might not be going live for a little bit after this one. I know I'm behind. I'm behind on a couple things. I did want to finish a few of the other previous logical analyses series, but I have to make a couple of improvements to my bunker in order to ensure that Mindshock podcasts can continue for a very long time. So, yes, bunker improvements incoming. It's going to probably take me at least a couple days. I may or may not be able to even do some premieres. So just a heads up there. So this might be the last Q&A for a little bit. Not a super, super long time. Not months and months or anything like that. But, yeah, at least a few days. At least. I do not know how long it will take. So, yeah, anybody who enjoys the Mindshock podcast, feel free to drop some PayPal tips, and those will be going to bunker improvements. Smoky Quartz asked Area 61. Welcome, Jeff, Run Boston Bear, Les Xylophone, and Flat Bob. Flat Bob, did you get the supplements? Are you all supplemented up? Are you rectifying those deficiencies caused by the poisonous air, food, and water due to statism? So how long have you been taking them? And are you saying there's zero change? That'd be kind of strange. I don't know if any, especially if you've taken that saffron. That saffron's good stuff. When did you get them? I mean, it does take at least a couple weeks to bring up the stores. I think it takes a couple months, actually, to fully restore vitamin levels. So you got them late last week? Yeah, that's not enough time, my friend. That is not enough time, my friend. Also, don't take them all at the same time, obviously. You gotta spread them out. Flat Bob says, I have no hope or confidence in the flesh. As long as man has the capacity for evil, it will thrive in this world. It's not meant for good people. I'm not sure about that. I was always fascinated with that old adage, life is what you make it, and that earth can be either hell or heaven. Now, obviously, there are people that get the short end of the stick, so to speak, where, you know, they are not dealt a good hand in life. But making the best of it is that winning play. Flat Bob says, I almost feel envy for sociopaths. They don't feel anything. Yeah, but then they feel no joy either. Well, let's try to bring up the entertainment here with Alex Jonesy. Well, Flat Bob, I know, yeah, you've been going through some tough times. A few of the other Mindshock listeners have as well. People have lost people in certain circumstances. And, yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to invoke a movie quote I haven't invoked yet. This one is from Cynthia Rothrock. Actually, you know what? Okay, just for you, Flat Bob, I'm gonna deviate slightly from regular scheduled programming, and I'm gonna throw something in your face that is, I don't know if it's possible to not put a smile on your face. Run Boston Bear says, Bruce, I need to heal lower leg inflammation from running lots. What should I take? Considering DMSO and castor oil packs. Those are great considerations, my friend. Just be very careful with the DMSO, because that's going to make your skin hyperpermeable. So even just putting on, I don't know if you wear organic clothes, but the dyes and chemicals in regular clothes, that's going to go through you. If you rub DMSO on the chemical, even chemicals and dyes from clothing will go through your skin into your blood. So, I mean, not to a massive amount. I mean, I don't know if there's people having massive issues. I just, you know, the devil's in the details. Like, you got to be careful about that stuff. There is no drawback to castor oil packs. Those are awesome. And also, a lot of it's individual based. If you do well with just even ice packs. But, yeah, I know Run Boston Bear likes to run. What gave it away? Yeah, I would do, I'm going to email you a link. Actually, I'm going to email you some magic stuff, my friend. Well, first of all, is it shin splits? Like, what kind of inflammation? Is it muscle, ligament, or bone? We're going to fix you right up, Run Boston Bear. This is Dr. Bruce for entertainment purposes only. Run Boston Bear, what kind of inflammation? Because I'm about to blow your mind here. Okay, who wants some mind shocks? I'm going to give away a long-lost secret of the healing arts of Asia. Welcome, Denise. Yeah, Flat Bob, do you live rurally or in some kind of city or suburb area? Because that makes a huge difference in quality of life. Run Boston Bear, I'm sending you an email right now. One second here. Alright, I just sent you a couple things. So, Run Bustin' Bear says, I have tons of neural tension up and down my kinetic chain. Send the magic. Bunker tips will come back your way. Thank you, sir. I mean, only if it works for you. If it works for you, you can tip me your appreciation. If it doesn't work, obviously, yeah, so neural tension, yeah, that's a little tough. So, by the way, have you ever, I don't know if you're into the standard medical system, but have you ever had an MRI or something like that? So, just weird question. So, you don't have, how much bone, ligament, tissue, muscle pain do you have? Welcome, Sarah. Brian. Smoky quartz? I'm in a bunker in an undisclosed location. It's not like a government bunker. It's a, shall we call it? I don't want to disparage the bunker. Needless to say, I don't think, if nukes were real, I don't think it would survive a nuke. It's not fully underground. Yet. But for the I need to deliver on what I promised. Yeah, so you guys have heard of deer antler soup, reindeer antler soup, elk antler soup. Antler soup is amazing, and it actually regenerates bone, ligament, tissue, and muscles to the point that I think it's actually illegal in certain sports. So, Flat Pop says you've got a mud-flooded bunker. It's not very old, though. So, Smoky Quartz saying, I've been listening to the Emma Filipoff playlist. Yeah, that's a tough one. I was actually just going through notes on that for another episode. Oh, yeah, there you go. Rum Boston Bear says, almost all joints and tendons, when stretched, feel overly tired and sore last couple years. Yeah, check out that link, my friend. You're in for some magic. Also, how much protein do you take a day? You might have to up your protein to instead of half or 3/4 of your weight, you might have to actually up gram to the pound of your exact weight. A lot of runners are just too skinny, you know? Then again, I mean, if you're doing obscene distances, I mean, obviously, carrying a lot of muscle is going to be tough. But if you did have just a little bit more muscle, it could handle the load. Sarah says, I was wondering if you get lonely in your bunker. Now, I'm not really in the bunker that often. I'm out and about in various natural settings. Yes, nature will not disappoint. Yeah, I'm not in the city anymore. Yeah, Run Boston Bear says, not enough. 6'1", 153 pounds, have been for 30 years. Yeah, I mean, again, just for entertainment purposes, I would say, even bulking, even just putting on maybe not even 10 pounds of full muscle. Maybe like 7 pounds of muscle would make a huge difference. It might possibly affect your cardio, but it should get rid of a lot of the pain, especially as you get older. You definitely want to have a decent amount of muscle as you get older, because that's going to be the first to go when you get a lot older. Run Boston Bear says, I'm 45 now, still pushing myself in 100Ks down to 5Ks. 100K? 100K races? That's wild. Have you looked at the long term? See, 100K might be right on the threshold. Like if you were doing, those 200-mile ultras or whatever. Yeah, a lot of those athletes actually they have heart issues later in life. Like they are not they actually have life expectancy lower than the average American that's fat and out of shape. You might be right on the threshold of what's yeah, I mean 14 hours you run for, yeah, I mean as long as you're not doing it every single weekend. How often do you do them? Clark Rice says, Bruce, there are now 6 separate disappearances of people related to Area 51. Wow, since 2025. Yeah, no, that definitely needs its own podcast. That's crazy. I would actually say there's probably a lot more than that. Just from what I read back in like in how short of time span? Since 2025? Yeah, that might be right. Yeah, there's a whole lot more going back further. Yeah, Run Boston Bear, you might be right on the absolute limit of where you'd be impacting your health negatively if you pushed yourself more than that. Because some of the ultras, like, they're not that healthy. The ultra runners, like the 200-mile marathon, like the super crazy ones, like Goggins style. Although Goggins is a freak, so he might not be he might not be going by the regular laws of biology. But yeah, I mean, do you also do sprint training by any chance? Because the VO2 max matters a lot more than how long you can run for your health. All right, let's get to Flat Bob. This is for you. Why did I bring this up? Oh, man, I'm getting distracted easy. So what I was going to say, I was breaking out my Cynthia Rothrock Lady Dragon quote. Who saw Lady Dragon? It might be Lady Dragon 2. I forget which one. No Cynthia Rothrock fans here? Run Boston Bear says 100K is usually every other year. Yeah, that should be fine. My main thing is the Boston every year. April will be my 14th year straight. Best marathon 251. What? That's wild, man. You're a wild man. Do you also do sprint training by any chance? Or just long distance? Yeah, your VO2 max matters a whole lot more than how long you can run. Yeah, you might, I mean, I hesitate to say this, but if your pain is getting really bad, you might have to take a year or two off. Because, again, I don't know your specific situation, but if you're right on the threshold where you're not able to recover, and you continue pushing, so like, I mean, you're close to able to recover, but not quite. So then you never fully recover, and whatever cells are inflamed never get to fully heal. I mean, obviously you can't be in that bad shape because you're still running them, but it to get to that 100% healing, it might make sense to take a year or two off. Just spitballing again. I don't know your specific situation. I don't know what your recovery thresholds are. So, obviously you would need to know that to make that decision, but, Run Boston Bear says some interval training, but not sprints. I know HIIT training is good. Yeah, I mean, I really like, we can end up doing more health and fitness podcasts. I really like, plyometrics and track and field type training. Because, I mean, that's just for functional muscle strength as well. Like, track and field athletes are pretty good shape, good high VO2 max. Not as much as cross-country skiers for some reason. They just have obscenely high VO2 maxes, like out of this world. Yeah, that's pretty good, Run Boston Bear. VO2 max 54. But based on your training level, you could probably get that even higher. Yeah, you could based on your cardiovascular shape, you might actually be able to push that a bit if you incorporated sprint training. The Norwegian 4x4 is pretty good, where you sprint. Did we talk about this before? You sprint as fast as you can for 30 to 60 seconds, and then you do a proper rest. Not like 30 seconds. You do a proper 2-3 minute rest. Like, get some decent recovery, and then do another 30 to 60 sprint. You just do 4 sets. That's it. Once or twice a week. In a few months, you'll increase your VO2 max a lot, unless you have an absolutely horrible diet and sleep. Yes, Flap Up. Let's get back to the, man, Run Boston Bears got some impressive stats. We're going to have to do a track and field episode just for Run Boston Bears. All right, hold on. Yes, Flap Up. Here's the quote from Cynthia Rothrock. In the movie Lady Dragon or Lady Dragon 2, her master says, nothing very, very good or very, very bad lasts for very, very long. So going back to what I was saying about, the earthly realm can be either heaven or hell, and usually both during different seasons. So, the seasons of life. So I know for myself, like some really horrible times I've had. I don't really get too personal, but dark times, and you think they're going to last forever or get worse, and then they turn around and you end up having great times, and it's just these cycles that keep on happening. And I know not everybody's like that. I know some people truly have dark times for just a really long time, and there are some seemingly ignorant imbeciles who are just having the time of their lives for season after season after season. So, let's not fall for logical fallacies there. But in general, I think everybody experiences the seasons of life. Smoky Quartz says business ideas in the post-AI economic... Okay, yeah, wow. Well, man, I do not have good thoughts there, Smoky Quartz. It's tough. I think blue collar is going to make a comeback, and I think... if we're going by Murphy's Law, I think the EMP is inevitable. At some point, the internet's going down. Now, whether or not that takes the entire grid with it, I'm not sure. But I think, we might be due for a civilization reset, in which case, learn basic survival skills, and blue collar is the way to go. Yes, Jeff, wise words from Jeff here. The mind can be the greatest prison of them all. Don't let it be. And a great example of that is some people who go to prison. Now, I've never been in prison, believe it or not. Some people who go to prison, most people probably come out a lot worse. Some people came out a lot better than they went in. Like some gangbangers that were just wasting their lives. All of a sudden, they start reading a lot, philosophy, all these different fields. They end up getting college degrees. Not that those are worth much, but it's better than being a gangbanger on the street. And then they end up even starting a business, becoming entrepreneurs, and they totally turn their life around, and they would not have had they not gone to prison, most likely. So, that's a good example. Wow, Flat Bob, sorry to hear about that with your family. Yes, I know some people have had tremendous losses throughout their life. Not fun. I mean, there's obviously even small children out there that have just horrible, horrible lives and life events. But you can find examples of you can find both. This is why fallacies are fallacies, especially false dichotomies. You can find examples of people in just the worst possible situations ever with their whole family murdered. And then they end up, able to have success and happiness later in life, and then other people who are not able to. So, Jeff is on point with the mind determining the outcome. All right. Smoky Quartz saying, what's blue-collar work for women? Gardening. Various types of food production, textile work, making clothes, even home construction, homesteading. There's a lot of women out there homesteading. So, pretty much anything that that would help your survival in a no internet world. All right, catch you next time, Run Boston Bear. And let me know if the supplements in the email work. Smoky Quartz says, I love those ideas. Yeah, I mean, and women have always been doing them. I don't know where these feminist goofs, like, hallucinate that women weren't allowed to work. I mean, women have always worked and contributed to civilization outside of just raising the children. I mean, look at any society. Look at Amish women. They're always working and doing all these different things in addition to raising the children. PSYOP Sidecar. I went over the event in Connecticut. All right, so here's what I'm going to play for Flat Bob. This is a highlight. Oh, now that I mentioned the feminist gifts, like, this shows how fake all that Hollywood woke feminist garbage is. All of the greatest female action heroes were all I would say pre-1990 even. And there were a lot of them. And they were celebrated because they're awesome. Unlike the fake woke goofs like Scarlett Johansson and, I don't know, all these other goofs who just have no business doing action. What was her name? Charlize Theron. Did she say she could beat up Steven Seagal? That was hilarious. Like, all these fake, like, completely fake and unbelievable. Uma Thurman even. Like, just completely, totally fake and unbelievable in any capacity. Woke nonsense. Where the real female action heroes have always existed. And, let me see. I wonder if I played this clip before. This was known as the girls with guns genre in Hong Kong action cinema. We really do go over the most eclectic mishmash, diverse topics out of any other podcast out there, don't we? Can anyone name a podcast more diverse? Joe Rogan's got nothing on this. Hopefully this will put a smile on your face, Flat Bob. And they were all awesome singers, too. So let me see if I can get this. Action movies are so depressing nowadays. Has anybody seen... Somebody recommended I watch Afterburn with Bautista. And so I watched that the other night because I like post-apocalyptic movies. And it wasn't garbage. It was not garbage. But, yeah, it was just, it's like a good outline of a post-apocalyptic movie. Like, there was nothing really bad with it. It just wasn't that great. It was just so pedestrian, for lack of a better word, point A to point B type movie. Not a lot of world building. I would have liked to see more what went on, like, since the, solar flare, how people were surviving. There were just some brief glimpses at villages, and that's it. Smoky Quartz saying, Linda Hamilton, Sigourney Weaver. Huge Linda Hamilton fan, because she actually did those pull-ups for real. Sigourney Weaver, I was never really a big fan of, but obviously way better than anybody around today. Flap Pop says the one where he was a DEA agent, which one was that? Oh, was that the new one? Wrecking Crew? Wait, was he DEA? No, he wasn't DEA in that. He was a military guy, right? Yeah, I liked Wrecking Crew, but, Alright, let's see here. YouTube being glitchy. Yeah, this should put a smile on your face. And most of these women, other than Cynthia Rothrock, well, actually, maybe not most of, I don't know, half of them were also pretty good singers. But yeah, they all put all of these Hollywood actresses to shame, to complete shame. Because they're doing all their own fight scenes, their own stunts, no wires, none of that BS. And they're actually hanging with the guys. So, yeah, it's just weird. It's like feminism is a weird humiliation ritual where instead of celebrating the women that they should be celebrating, like, for example, in the past, like, you had all these great women, running for president, entrepreneurial women, even black women in 1900, even prior to 1900, physicists, biologists, like doing all these great things where supposedly they were held down and oppressed. And then post-feminism, who do you got? Nobody? Just the crybabies who are too lazy and or incompetent to make something of themselves. So, yeah, here's the clip. Get ready to get mind shook. Oops. That is a video about Iran fighter jets. Wait, what the heck? Alright. That was from a previous live. Let's get the, oh, here we go. There he is. And that's Moon Lee singing, one of my favorites, if not the favorite. It's still hard to pick a favorite. Moon Lee, Yukari Oshima, totally up there. And then you had Cynthia Rothrock, of course, the American. She did the China O'Brien movies, which were pretty good. Clark says, it's weird. Bruce is talking about heroic women, and I start getting YouTube added for nursing programs. But yeah, Moon Lee might actually be my favorite. Can you imagine if these Hollywood goofs like Scarlett Johansson, she wouldn't last 5 seconds, or Charlize Theron, who pretends she's like some action star, they wouldn't last 5 seconds on any of these sets. That's Moon Lee versus Yukari Oshima in the movie Angel. And yeah, that's a real explosion, unlike all the Hollywood CGI crap. Who was it? One of them actually got severely burned on was it Devil Angels? Oh man, it's kind of hard to keep all these hundreds and hundreds of movies straight. Yeah, ain't no green screen here. And Cynthia Khan, too. We can't forget Cynthia Khan in The Line of Duty 4 was a pretty good one with Donnie Yen of Ip Man fame. And look how long the shots are, too. Like, none of these Hollywood actresses would I mean, they wouldn't survive even just a small fraction of this choreography in one shot. Smoky Quartz says, what is this called? This is a compilation of Hong Kong action movies. It was known as the Girls with Guns subgenre in Hong Kong. Clark Wright says, is she ninja? I need the ninja. Yeah, this song is catchy, isn't it, Juckosaurus? And it's Moon Lee singing. One of the girls, one of the actual action stars is actually singing this song. That was her. The girl before, this is Joyce Cadenzi. This is Sammo Hung's wife, for those who don't know. Sammo Hung, the greatest fat man of all time, possibly. This is his wife. Yeah, that was a great song, so we're gonna have to listen to that again. Fallen Slaves of Song says, I'm not sure if Flat Bob is impressed. Flat Bob, are you impressed? Did this not put a smile on your face? It's just so hilarious. It's so hilarious how all these feminist goofs hallucinate that Hollywood is just now in its woke state, like recognizing females. Just, I mean, talk about a humiliation fetish narrative. Jukusaurus says, these fights make the Dune fights everybody's praise look like a joke. It makes all of Hollywood look like a joke, because this is all real. The explosions, the stunts, the fights, the contact of punches and kicks. You know. Clark Rice says, since Bruce started playing the clip, I keep getting inundated with advertising for nursing programs and an Asian dating site. Flat Bob says, I'll be honest, no smiles have been on my face for a long time. No genuine ones anyway. Oh, I'm going to have to break out something more hardcore then, Mr. Flat Bob. How is this song not putting a smile on your face? I mean, it's kind of hard to think of a song better than this. Smoky Quartz says, I don't know what they are singing, though. You don't need to know. You could just enjoy the awesomeness. I mean, just look how precise all the movements are. Because, like, the fight scenes are not easy. Like when you watch Hollywood garbage, they cut like 100 times. Not just for the girls, for the guys too. Most of them are pretty bad. And so, yeah, that's just the precision is just so impressive. The precision, the athleticism. And the acting too. I mean, they're all great actresses. I mean, look at that intensity. And the hair. I mean, that hairstyle is on point. All right, so we're going to have to break out the greatest song of all time. If this doesn't put a smile on the face of Flat Bob, I'm going to have to quit podcasting. Because I would not be worthy. This is, I don't believe this is opinion. Although some would argue. Is Bruce McGuire finally making a positive claim? Is Bruce McGuire making a claim? I'm about to play the greatest song of all time. And yes, I have played it before. I do not believe anybody was able to dispute that this is the greatest song of all time. Might take me a second to bring it up here. I'll actually bring up the music video. I'll give everybody a clue. This performance is from 1985. It's not even the music video. It's the live performance. Les Xylophone says, Mr. Roboto. No, sir. Clark Rice says, the recoil from the 12 gauge or the 45 would have knocked her 78-pound frame on her arse. Yeah, no. She actually weighs, I believe there were 100 pounds, or even 105, and they actually trained with real weapons. So they are capable. And I don't remember. I handled some blank firing firearms. I could not tell the difference between a blank and a real round. So I actually think they could handle it. These aren't Hollywood actresses, Clark Rice. These are Hong Kong actresses. This isn't Nancy Wheeler in Stranger Things pretending to handle fully automatic assault rifles. They're actually legit. Well, hold on. We'll see if it's genuine or not. Jukusaurus says, these women ain't made of 60% plastic. You got that right. And look at even the makeup is like in a natural, it's in a natural style. It's not like their face doesn't look completely caked on plastic. It's weird, which is, I don't know what's going on with Hollywood these days. Well, they're also fit. They don't just get like liposuction and they're not like, you know, taking a ton of GLP-1s. Like, they're actually fit. All right, here, who's ready for the greatest song of all time? This is not hyperbole, my friends. I am simply stating obvious fact that is absolutely indisputable. Of course, YouTube's probably going to glitch on it, but Clark says, ready and willing. If this doesn't put a smile on Flat Bob's face, I might have to quit. I might have to quit. I've played it once before. I don't remember how long ago. It was probably a while ago now. But I don't think a single person in the chat was able to dispute. Run Boston Bear says, Big Trouble in Little China themes. No. Flap says challenge accepted. All right, hold on. Of course, YouTube is glitching out. Okay, yes. All right, here we go. We're going back to the year 1985. That's the only hint you get before it gets sent full send. Any final guesses before we go here? The year is 1985. Les Xylophone says he's going to rickroll us. No. All right, here we go. Here we go. Fair use, obviously, here. And it's not just the song. I mean, look at the performance. The style, the moves, the intensity. Absolutely unrivaled. Michael Jackson, who?
Computer, Lorelei, sweet Lorelei. 神秘的 Lorelei， 居於風眼中，活着只喜歡破壞，事後無蹤。曾在那揭不開的漆黑中，壓不低的戀火中，猛風當中，他擁抱我。這刻身邊只有風，停在那抹不清的追憶中，發不穿的空虛中，猛風當中只有我。跌跌碰碰，再次發覺他於風中。風，猛風，路似狂龍，巨浪亂撞亂動雷電，用疾勁暴力劃破這世界震裂天空，狂奔雨中，視野朦朧，狂叫着 Lorelei Sweet Lorelei， 神秘的 Lorelei。
I mean, just the absolute emotion in his voice, the soul, the heart and soul. I mean, compare this to modern American music, popular music. I mean, you got... Man, YouTube's being real weird here. It can't handle the greatness that is Alan Tam. It just can't handle it. What is going on here? So compare this, just this pinnacle of culture in Western civilization to modern America. Modern American pop performances like Lizzo. I mean, you want to talk about the collapse of civilization. All you have to do is put them side by side. You got Alan Tam singing Lorelei in the greatest song and performance of all time next to Lizzo. This is how far humanity has fallen, people.
活着只喜歡破壞，事後無蹤。曾在勒揭不開的漆黑中，壓不低的戀火中，猛風當中，他擁抱我。這刻身邊只有風，停在那抹不清的追憶。
Look at those dance moves, Flat Bob. I mean, look at the class and style. How are you not headbanging and singing along?
中割不穿的空虛中，猛風當中只有我，跌跌碰碰再次發覺太風中。曾在勒揭不開的漆黑中，壓不低的戀火中，猛風當中，他擁抱我。這刻身邊只有風，停在那抹不清的追憶中，割不穿的空虛中，猛風當中只有我，跌跌碰碰再次發覺太風中。多謝。
Alright, Flat Bob is still not smiling, so we have to play it again. Fair use. Has anybody heard a song or seen a performance greater than what is on the screen right now? On the left of the screen, not the right. Alright, Flat Bob, we're just gonna keep playing it infinitely until Flat Bob smiles. 巨浪亂撞亂動雷電，用疾勁暴力劃破這世界震裂天空。狂奔雨中，視野朦朧，狂叫着 Lorelei Sweet Lorelei， 神秘的 Lorelei， 居於風眼中。活着只喜歡破壞，事後無蹤。曾在勒揭不開的漆黑中，壓不低的戀火中，猛風當中，他擁抱我。這刻身邊只有風，停在那抹不清的追憶中，割不穿的空虛中，猛風當中只有我。跌跌碰碰再次發覺太風中 Lorelei。 So my Chinese isn't great. You know, I actually at one point did know a little bit of both Mandarin and Cantonese, but yeah. I'll put up, he actually sings in English too, so I'll put up another song of his, Midnight Rider, which he sings completely in English. So maybe you'll like that better. That one's pretty good too, but it's no Lorelei. Run Boston Bear says it's undeniably a banger.
Sweet Lorelei， 神秘的 Lorelei， 佢於風眼中活着，只喜歡破壞，事後無蹤。曾在那揭不開的漆黑中，壓不低的戀火中，猛風當中，他擁抱我。停在那抹不清的追憶中，割不穿的空虛中，猛風當中只有我，跌跌碰碰，再次發覺他於風中。Lorelei， 曾在那揭不開的漆黑中，壓不低的戀火中，猛風當中，他擁抱我。
Come on, Flat Bob. I think you understood baby, sweet, and, whoa. You definitely got those, right?
這刻身邊只有風，停在那抹不清的追憶中，割不穿的空虛中，猛風當中只有我，跌跌碰碰，再次發覺他於風中。Lorelei。
How awesome was that? Can anyone name a better song? Anybody. Anybody. Does it exist? Here we go with Midnight Rider. And yes, this was the soundtrack for Armor of God, the Jackie Chan movie.
Escape the freights and brings to you midnight ride.
We got some blasphemers in the chat. Clark Rice says, I Want to Be Ninja is better. Flat Bob says, Given Up by Linkin Park is undoubtedly a better song. Wow, the blaspheming. I guess I'm just going to have to quit podcasting, Flat Bob. This might be my last podcast. I mean, just how upbeat all of this is. The energy is just so upbeat and positive. I mean, unlike all the filth that is in, the Hollywood and entertainment industry in the U.S. I mean, back in the 80s, it was still awesome. But, yeah, no, compared to now.
Over the horizon, no need to be surprised when you see the midnight rider comes for you.
I mean, how does humanity go from this to Lil Wayne?
Now is the time, you know it's right, it is your destiny, and there'll be no more turning back, so take your place in history. When you rise across the sky, you know that something has got to change. When you ride so often that don't be afraid when he comes calling your name. When he rides into your life, you know there's nothing will be the same.
I mean, I think just the fakeness of everything. I mean, even though Hollywood movies are fake, in the 80s and most of the 90s, they were still real in a sense that the stunts were still being done, mostly. The explosions were real most of the time. The fight scenes were a lot more hard-hitting and real. Everything just went fake. And yeah, Lil Wayne's Soulja Boy was actually one of my my point of no returns, one of my line of demarcations in the collapse of society, actually. Run Boston Bear says, this is honestly reminding me some of Hasselhoff's work. Oh man, the Hoff is awesome.
Don't try to hide, you can't escape the fate he brings to you. Midnight rider, midnight rider. When we rise across the sky, you know that something has got to change. When we ride so often, I don't be afraid when he comes calling your name.
Alright, some goofs were saying people like the 80s and 90s better because you were younger and you look back fondly on your younger years. I don't think so. I get the same. I'm about to go work out right now. I get the same pump and positive energy vibe from watching this right now and listening to this than I did decades ago. It just, most media today is just such utter degenerate negative energy filth. Then, why would you feel good after watching or listening to it? Whereas if put on some of the older stuff, even if stuff you've never seen before, this is where a lot of these goofs who are just saying, oh, you're looking back through rose-colored glasses. Well, no. I've listened to some 80s music. Oh, by the way, okay, I'll do one American song for you. This might be my pick for the greatest American 80s song. I just heard it for the first time 2 weeks ago. And it was like, bam, right back in the 80s. Just as good. And it's not rose-colored glasses because I had never heard it before. I don't know how I haven't heard it. That's actually quite mind-shocking when you find out what it is. But
When you ride, sing to your life, you know that nothing will be the same. Don't try to hide, you can't escape the fate he brings to you. Midnight rider.
All right, who wants to take a guess to my pick for the greatest 80s song of all time? Run Boston Bear wants some True Survivor. Yeah, I was actually just about to say it did kind of have True Survivor vibes. And they're making Kung Fury 2 is coming out soon with the Hoff. So that'll be cool. Austin MP says Final the Countdown. No, but that's a great one. Jeff says slowly long-term planned infiltration of corruption at every corner of society. Now they started with preschool, so this will have a dramatic impact. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, just the electricity in the air, for lack of a better phrase, all through the 90s and a little bit in the 2000s, first years of the 2000s. Like, there was still electricity in the air. There was still positivity before Lil Wayne came out with Soulja Boy. And that would possibly snowballed it. I mean, people say 9/11, but I don't think so. I mean, 2002, 2003 was still decent. Possibly 2004, 2005. It wasn't that bad. There was still some positivity there. 2011 is my official line of demarcation of like the clear point of no return. But I think Soulja Boy had a lot to do with it. Because I remember when I first heard that song, I just was in sheer disbelief that such utter filth was positively received in any way. See, like a lot of the gangster rap of the 80s and 90s, like some of it's actually pretty catchy and some of it has awesome beats. And so I wasn't actually surprised. Like I listened to a lot of it, bumping some Immortal Technique, in more recent years. But it totally was not shocking. It was not shocking in any way that people listen to gangster rap. But Lil Wayne's Soulja Boy, like I just couldn't believe that someone wanted to listen to that noise, that filth. There's just, the melody is just not there. It sounds like noise, like a homeless person digging in a trash can, making weird noises. That's what it sounds like. I'm trying to remember the year Soulja Boy came out. Was that 2007? Was that 2007? I'm trying to remember. $2007, yeah. Crank that Soulja Boy. I mean, it just sounds like utter trash. I just did not know how that could be popular in any way. Alright, so who's ready for my pick? Here it is. The greatest 80 song of all time. There he is. fair use. Anybody know what this is yet?
Through the darkness, down deep, give me your kiss. Come on, baby, I won't let you down. Take my hand, don't ask why. I can't wait forever. Put your hand on my heart, swear to me when you say I might die. When I look into your eyes, I could love you till forever. When I look into your eyes.
Jeff says Duran Duran. Not exactly. We can possibly call it Duran Duran adjacent.
Tell me why. When I look into your eyes, I could love you till forever. When I look into your eyes, I don't know why I love you when I don't even know you. Trusting you, I do the best I can. Take my hand, don't ask why. I can't wait forever. Put your hand on my heart, swear to me when you say I might die. When I look into your eyes, I could love you till forever.
This is solo Andy Taylor. So this is not with Duran Duran. Is anybody else disputing that this is the greatest 80s song? I just discovered this song the other week. I don't know, because I've listened to so much of his other stuff. I have no idea how I did not hear this specific song. And yeah, it was quite the experience. So for people saying, "Oh, well, it's like a biased memory," I've never heard it before, and yet it's just awesome. Like if this came out today, I would not say, "Oh, 2026 is trash. This is garbage." I would say, "This is awesome."
When I look into your eyes, tell me why. When I look into your eyes, I could love you till forever. When I look into your eyes,
I mean, but how can you compare? How can you compare this? Regardless of music style, the vibe, the content is just pure energy and positivity, as opposed to the filth that is Lizzo, Cardi B, all this mumble rap garbage promoting degeneracy, narcissism, and materialism. Where, say what you will about a lot of the 80s music, yeah, it's about, like, you know, drugs and whatever. It's about having a good time and enjoying life in the moment in a positive way, preferably without the drug use, but whatever. It's not about being a narcissist. It's not about being a materialist. It's not about descending society into complete degeneracy and failure and regression. It's about enjoying your life and being positive. And I think a lot of that's just absolutely missing these days. Again, one of the reasons is sentimentality and cheesiness, because people would say, "Oh, this is so cheesy." What's wrong with cheesy? If cheesy makes you happy and enjoying life, let's bring on the cheese. Let's bring on the cheese. Is it just me, or is this like the most underrated song ever? I had never even heard of it from the other week. I don't know. Fallen slave us all blaspheming, saying Striper was better. Alright, I'll do one more song just to illustrate my point about how awesome cheese is. The cheesiness of this is awesome. Clark Rice says, let's bring back the cheese. Yeah, man. Raised by Gypsy says, gee, a song with a positive human connection in the lyrics. Yeah. And it's just that even regardless of the specific lyrics, like the vibe is positivity. Whereas, I mean, you do have some modern songs where the lyrics are kind of semi-positive, but the tone, it's just so negative. And especially anything mumble rap related. Like, how do people work out to mumble rap? I mean, it's just like rattles your brain. It's almost like it's designed to put you in a bad mood. I'll do one more song, but this is my pick. There he is.
Oh, damn, hot! See, we got our work cut out for us. You are one sorry bunch. Take off your glasses. All right. Work, listen, obey. Then maybe, just maybe. Now move it. Move it!
What a voice, man. What a voice. This is King Cobra. Very underrated. I don't hear anybody talking about these guys, but awesome stuff. Is it not? Is it not? How is everybody not completely mind shook right now? And the positivity just off the charts.
You're weak. We don't like weak links.
Nah, this ain't Top Gun, my friends. This is Iron Eagle, the even more 80s version than Top Gun. Before the complete filthification of the United States, imagine if this was still top of the charts in the US today. I mean, how different would society look? Actually, Jeff, have you seen Iron Eagle? I wouldn't call it war programming. I would actually call it anti-statist. If you want something done right, you do it yourself. In Iron Eagle, The main character's father is being held hostage, and the U.S. military is refusing to do anything about it. So, defying orders, the kid goes and handles business himself instead of having faith, blind faith, in the state, in the government, in the war machine. Top Gun is a lot more war programming.
Never say die, I am eagle. Never look back, never say
Leave him alone. Let him get up by himself.
What the hell you think we are, man? Machines?
Exactly what you gotta be if you want to fly.
there are walls and there are bridges, but no problems when you're free. And if that just past the horizon,
All right, what are you? What? Not yet, you nut.
It's good stuff, man. This is good stuff. Like, how does everybody not want to work out right now? Would if not for mumble rap, would the American populace be in a lot better shape and not obese? Saber Crosby says 80s music had lots of energy. Synths naturally produce clean tones that feel uplifting. Even simple chords sound bigger and more optimistic. Well, also, what is the intention of the people behind the music? Because mumble rap goofs, if the goal is to lower the consciousness of a society, you have to look at the intention behind the music as well as the technical factors. Clark said, that was a big trope in the 80s. Government is going to help. We need to take matters into our own hands. All the Rambo movies, Missing in Action, Red Dawn, etc. Yeah. Anti-statist is always good.
Now get out there and see what you got.
Yes, sir!
never say die, I am eagle. Never look back, never say die.
I mean, like, how many people aren't happy listening to this music? Xylophone says, I'm stoned, I don't want to move. Like, how does this not make you happy? Whereas, like, mumble rap and degenerate music has the opposite effect. Jeff says, play this every morning in your car and you will smash the day. You know what? Maybe I'll do, once I finish the bunker modifications, perhaps I'll do a live of my actual playlist. But this, for those that don't know, this song, Never Say Die, has been part of my workout playlist for over 30 years. I gotta do a warning for my playlist, though, because if you listen to my playlist, you'll definitely overtrain and injure yourself, because the music is so uplifting and motivating. Alright, so that was the music video. Alright. Flat Bob wants me to play. So the only Rise Again song that I know, it was actually part of my playlist when it first came out. It's not longer. What is the most famous Rise Again song? I forgot the name of it, but it was not, it is not, what is it, Giving In? It wasn't that one. It was like the anti-consumerism song. I really like that song. I actually haven't listened to it in forever, but my current playlist is all 80s. To nobody's shock. Oh, Prayer of a Refugee. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Wait, which one? Which one do you want me to play? Yeah, Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive is a pretty good one. It's not on my playlist, though, but it's good. Flat Bob, you want me to play Prayer of a Refugee or Giving In? Or Give It All, rather. Give It All. Is that what you wanted? Give It All? I don't think I've heard this one. So let's see. If it's not that great, I'm gonna play Iron Eagle again. The King Cobra Iron Eagle soundtrack, Never Say Die, to round out this episode. We got to go out with a bang. So if Rise Against is not gonna cut it, I'll play that one. I kind of want to go out on an 80s one anyway because the 80s are awesome. Fair he is. Always fair he is. All the time here. Nothing but fair he is. Right through the undertow. Your hands I can't sit to fight. Pollution burns my tongue. So this is 2004 as well, I'm assuming. So back in 2004, there was still some positivity. So even though this is a completely different style of music, there's some positivity here. Yeah, this ain't bad. This ain't bad. If I was going to make an early 2000s workout playlist, I might put this on. I kind of like Prayer of a Refugee better, though. Prayer of a Refugee used to be on when it first came out on my... I should make all the eras of my playlists. I think I actually have some burned CDs somewhere of the older ones, so I can make it accurate. So for some reason, I didn't think I was going to like the song. I don't know why, because I do like Prayer of a Refugee. But I actually kind of like the song. Good call, Flap Up. We are definitely the only podcast in history that went from Alan Tam to Rise Against within 20 minutes. Uh-oh. The Fallen Slaves Us All getting controversial. Offspring was better. I do like Offspring better. I like Offspring better, but this one's a pretty good banger. This is a good song to illustrate the point about positivity because regardless of the subject matter, regardless of the exact lyrics, there seemed, bringing awareness to certain situations, there's an underlying positivity and motivation here. Yeah, Run Boston Bear says the days of burned discs. I had quite a collection of DVDs. I even made quality labels to match the original. Yeah, I made custom labels too. Are you talking about DVD audio? I had some DVD audios too, higher quality sound. Yeah, any audio files out there? Alright, I'm gonna play one of my all-time favorite workout songs that's also been on my playlist for over 30 years. We're gonna round it out with this one. I'm gonna let this song play through, and then I'll play one of my other favorites, but it's not hard to guess. There he is, all the time. Fallen Slaves of Saul says, let's get physical, Olivia Newton. Oh man, that's funny. Man, I'm gonna have to do 2 more.
People talking, and they're saying that you're leaving. You're so unhappy with the way that you've been living. Oh, we always wish for money. We always wish for fame. We think we have the answers. Some things ain't ever gonna change. It doesn't matter who you are, it's all the same. What's in your heart will never change. Look in the mirror and you see how you've been taken.
Anyone feel like working out right now? I'm literally gonna go work out right now after this podcast. But is Mindshock gonna turn into a health and fitness podcast? That would be pretty funny. That would be really funny. This is from the movie Vision Quest. Of course, this is John Waite, 1983. Change.
Ooh, you won't surrender, but now your heart is breaking. Oh, we always wish for money. We always wish for fame.
No, seriously though, imagine if this was top of the charts today. Raised by Gypsies says not funny. Why would it not be funny? Who wants Mindshock to turn into a health and fitness podcast? Fallen Slaves of Solace says, I got my total gym. There you go. I'm actually, to nobody's surprise, I'm actually more into calisthenics, actually. I never really liked the machines. But yeah, kettlebells all day, but mostly calisthenics.
The answers. Some things ain't ever gonna change. It doesn't matter who you are, it's all the same. What's in your heart will never change. Do you remember when you got your lucky break? You're looking back now, and it seems like a mistake. Oh, we always wish for money. We always wish for fame. We think we have the answers. Some things ain't ever gonna change. It doesn't matter who you are, it's all the same. What's in your heart will never change. It's only change. It doesn't matter who you are, it's all the same. What's in your heart will never change. It doesn't matter who you are, it's all the same. What's
I'm gonna do one more song. It's also been on my playlist forever. Bonus points for anybody who could pick it out. I mean, just the triumph of the human spirit. That's what's missing from all media these days. It's all woke garbage or degenerate filth of one kind or another. And, yeah, so there you go. Les Xylophone says Slayer. Well, okay, alright. So, there is one song. Oh, man, I can't believe this is such a musical podcast. Now I'm kind of debating as to whether or not I should play my pick for the most hardcore song of all time, the heaviest song of all time, and no, it's not Slayer. It is not Mortal Kombat, but that's a good one. That was in my playlist in the 90s. Let's keep it classic. I'll do one more 80s song to round this out. One of the greatest of all time, and definitely belongs on everybody's workout list. Whoa, that's a big video. Fair use. Can you feel the positivity?
Taking a chance, risking it all for the thrill of the moment. Taking a stand, you ain't gonna fall. You've always known it. They're dying to shake you, trying their best to break you. And all the going is rough. You're going home as a hero, 'cause there's thunder in your heart.
I mean, can you handle the positivity? Like, why are there not songs being made like this today? I mean, I guess they'd be branded too cheesy. But how awesome is cheesy?
Every move is like lightning. It's the power you feel when you get your taste of glory. There's a fire gonna start, and you know they're going under. You can hate your dog when they hear your heart on the thunder. Cry of the wind, the spirit of fire, the heart of a lion, taking control, the burning desire, flame never dying. Don't lose the feeling, don't ever stop believing. There's one more moment of truth, and you're gonna face it. 'Cause there's thunder in your heart. Every move is like lightning. It's the power you feel when you get your taste of the glory.
Wow, I cannot believe. So, I can't believe Les Xylophone actually guessed the band for the heaviest song ever. You picked Scourge of Iron by Cannibal Corpse. It is a Cannibal Corpse song, but I don't think Scourge of Iron is the heaviest one. Now maybe I should play it.
There's a fire gonna start, and you know they're going under. You can light the dark when they hear your heart of thunder. When they hear your heart of thunder.
We're really going Cannibal Corpse, or should we just end this right here? I don't know. What should we do, people? This is the last live for a little bit. How does everybody want to go out on this one? I actually can't find it. Hold on a second. Now this is starting to bug me. Oh, my bad. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on a second. It wasn't Cannibal Corpse. It is not Cannibal Corpse for the heaviest metal, for the heaviest song of all time. Not Cannibal Corpse. I got my bands mixed up. But I'm gonna play this one, and I defy anybody to say Cannibal Corpse is heavier than this. 1 second here. There he is.
I'm waiting in my cold cell, and the bell begins to chime, reflecting on my past life, and it doesn't
There he is. Still there he is.
have much time. 'Cause at 5 o'clock, they take me to the gallows. The sands of time for me are running low.
Get ready. The drop's coming.
When a priest comes to read me the last rites, take a look for the bars of the last sight of a world that is gone very well for me. Can it be that there's some sort of air with miles south there's a mountain town? Is it really the end of some crazy dream? Somebody please tell me that I'm dreaming. It's like it is time.
Call me crazy. Call me crazy. I don't think Maiden does it better. Austin MP says, Hallowed Be Thy Name is objectively the best classic metal song. Les Xylophone says, Cannibal Corpse is way more heavy. No, I don't know if I've heard this. Okay, alright. I guess it depends on how you define heavy. Because, yeah, I don't know. Run Boston Bear says, I couldn't imagine pumping out reps and being able to contain the power at the same time we're going all out. Yeah, this is also on my workout mix and has been since its time of release. And I'm no Iron Maiden hater, but no Maiden song has made it on my list. Alright, Les Xylophone wants to play Scourge of Iron and let the chat. Okay, alright. This is the last live for a while. I'll give the people what they want.
Maybe then you begin to understand that there is just a strange illusion.
I don't know, maybe I just like this particular sound better. Again, call me crazy, but was the previous 30 seconds not some of the greatest 30 seconds in music history? I actually haven't heard this in so long, and now I'm really ready to work out. Well, okay, I don't know. Maybe heaviest matched with most unique vocals. Perhaps. I don't know. I just really like that one, and I'm not even sure I've heard anything else by Cannibal Corpse. Alright, I mean by Cradle of Filth. Cannibal Corpse up next, Scourge of Iron. Also, I wouldn't just call fast heavy. Fast and heavy is not the same thing. What does the chat think so far, fair use? Which song was heavier? I'm also just not a fan of their vocals, so I guess I'm biased.
Possession of the damned, sweating blood to serve the beast. Desolation of their souls, they slave in fire with the Hades at their backs. The scourge of iron, hell's eternal pact. Lash them with the skin. Scourge of iron, rending flesh. On earth they live on force. Now the villains marching.
Yeah, I'm with Run Boston Bears metric. Which song would cause a max squat? The previous, yeah, like I can't work out to this. I mean, yeah, it's heavy, it's fast, but I don't know if I could just completely say it's heavy. We'll do it. We'll do a poll in a minute. I'll definitely hand it to Cannibal Corpse. This song is more grating. I'll give it that. Call me crazy, but this is just giving me a headache as opposed to inspiring me. Still fair use, obviously. Jeff says I have plants in my living room now. Think they are not so happy right now. The Fallen Slaves Us All says Megadeth, Holy Wars, The Punishment 2. Oh, yes, indeed. That's good. Flat Bob says, to me, this is trash, but that's my opinion. I don't know if I could disagree with you, Flat Bob. I am not a Cannibal Corpse fan. I do like the Cradle of Filth song, Hallowed Be Thy Name, though, but I don't really remember too many of their other songs. I also just do not like these vocals at all. I mean, it's almost like the song was designed to give you a headache. Alright, I can't listen to this anymore. Yeah, it's heavy. I wouldn't consider it heavier. I would not say it's objectively heavier. So, wow, the chat thinks it is heavier, though. 29% Cradle of Filth, 57% Cannibal Corpse, 14% Too Triggered to Answer. Understandable. Les Xylophone says, I think it's a sonic masterpiece. Flat Bob says, well, the chat is wrong. I mean, if I had to pick, so in terms of heavy and fast, I would give it to Cradle of Filth, Hallowed Be Thy Name, which was the Iron Maiden cover, the first one I played. And if you want to go more, if you remove speed from the equation, I have another contender. I bet nobody's going to pick this one. Nobody's going to pick this one. It's also just plain awesome and will not give you a headache like Cannibal Corpse. I mean, I like heavy metal. I just don't like Cannibal Corpse. If anybody can pick this one. I mean, this one you could really headbang to. It's not the fastest, heaviest. But it might be the heaviest, removing speed from the equation. Also, the vocals are phenomenal. Les Xylophone says, send it. Man, is this going to turn into a health and fitness podcast and a music podcast? That'd be crazy. Who would have thunk it? Welcome, Lord Zed. You just missed all the craziness. This has turned into a health and fitness and music podcast. All right, we're going out on this one. We're already like 5 songs over what I said. But, yeah, this is we're definitely not going out on Cannibal Corpse. Pretty heavy, right? Not the fastest, but it's heavy. This is Dream Evil, by the way, in the Book of Heavy Metal.
I have no religion besides the heavy metal gods.
Dragon Force, heck yeah.
Black skin tight leather. My skin is clad with metal studs. Am I a wannabe? Have I no dignity? I give up all my life to be in the book of heavy metal. In the book of heavy metal.
Run Boston Bear likes it. The vocals, the belting, the riffs. Yeah. I mean, it's unique. I like unique vocals. Because it's gotta have some, like, musical... there's a certain amount of melody and musical value it should have instead of just being heavy for the sake of being heavy.
Some 20 years ago, the gods put on their feet, so far into the ground, and the man of sword Morgan couldn't change the rules upon which the very fundament of metal was made.
Les Xylophone, what's your opinion on this one? In the range of heaviness. The Fallen Slaves of Saul, Les Xylophone, what do you got? Raised by Gypsies. Who was chiming in here on heaviest? Austin MP. Where do you guys rank this one?
Don't need no flashy house, no car or ugly wife. The only thing I want is what my parents don't. Need no widescreen TV, no in all honesty. The
to be or not to be.
Emperor Lord said, ever hear Middle East metal? No, I don't think so. Austin MP says it's not bad. All right. We're not going to go out on that one, though. I think that one's pretty heavy, too. Here, let's get into some objective metrics. The world record holders for the loudest vocals. The one and only Manowar Die for Metal. This one's pretty heavy, too.
They can't stop us, let them try. For heavy metal we will die. They can't stop us, let them try. For heavy metal we will die.
Quit my job this morning. Said
There he is.
forever I would hold my head up high. Cause I need metal in my life, just like an eagle needs to fly. So I walked outside into the street. From the hall I heard thunder and screams. I walked inside so I could hear, and the guy beside me gave me a beer. He had his fist up in the air and called me brother, said my friends are over there.
Who's ready for a controversial opinion? Call me crazy. All-time metal bands? I'm putting Manowar ahead of Metallica.
They call themselves immortals. They're the truest of the true. And in that very moment, I was born again like you. They said, hold your head up high, raise your fist up in the air, play metal louder than hell, louder than hell. They can't stop us, let them try. For heavy metal we will die. They can't stop us, let them try. For heavy metal we will die. Brothers, stand beside me. There's a battle on. Know my words are true. Now there's a battle for true metal. They're marching on me and you.
Alright, what does everybody think of this one? I like it. So, Les Telephone says Metallica plagiarizes a lot of their riffs. Yeah, I would put, so all-time metal bands, I would go Manowar #1, Call Me Crazy. Man, the rest are tough. We got Megadeth and Dio are up there. And Metallica, of course. I don't know if I could pick between the others. I would have Manowar and Megadeth up there. And then Dio and Metallica, probably. No way. Saber Crosby says Manowar guitarist Ross Friedman died a few hours. There's no... Wow. The weird synchronicity there. Like, I mean, I don't know too many people playing Manowar on their podcasts. That's crazy. That is so bizarre. And the fact that you knew that is also... Wow, yeah, you're right. 2 hours ago. News from 2 hours ago. He's 72 years old. Wow, it's kind of depressing how old everybody got. The 80s just seems kind of recent, but it's not.
10,000 strong are here tonight.
Jeff says you have strong alpha waves, Bruce. What does that mean? Alpha brain waves? Alright. We're not going out on that song. We gotta do one more. Let's go classic. Classic Dio. For the people who think Dio cannot rank in all-time greats, here is Rainbow in the Dark. Fair use, obviously. Oh, man. Les Xylophone says no Holy Diver. Man, Holy Diver's pretty heavy. Alright, we'll go Holy Diver after this one. That's probably my favorite Dio song. It's kind of hard. I like both of these. Is anybody else having more fun than the usual conspiratorial podcast with this one? Maybe we should become a fitness and music podcast. Oh, man. Oh, man. Raised by Gypsy says, fun, but no. I think we need to love Run Boston Bears having a blast here. And the other thing too, weren't the 80s just way more fun, and the 90s, and the early 2000s a bit? It was just more fun, regardless of music taste. I mean, we went from Alan Tam to Dio, but it's just way more fun. Everybody's so concerned with virtue signaling and being woke, and also being incompetent in all of the arts and everything, that there's just not a lot of fun left.
Just a rainbow in the dark. Yeah.
And that's why it's hard to pick between this and Holy Diver.
Cause it's free and I see that it's me
And is it just me, or does almost nobody have unique voices these days? Like, I listen to quite a bit of different genres, and they just don't really grab you. I mean, with all of these bands, they just have such unique voices. All right, let's go Holy Diver, and then that'll be the last song of this live Q&A. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll have to start a whole new playlist where we just go over fitness and music. Or maybe, I guess we could just relegate them to Q&As. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. This one was actually, I think this is more fun than talking about tunnels underneath preschools. Not that information doesn't need to be out there. Not that coincidence theorists don't need to be mocked and ridiculed, rightfully so, for assisting in the descent into degeneracy and the collapse of the West. But, yeah, music's fun. Les Xylophone, how much of a musician are you? Les Xylophone says, it's okay folks say Crazy Train is the best, but the connoisseur knows Mr. Crowley has the better solos. I'm going to say Mr. Crowley's the better song, hands down. Hands down. Crowley's awesome. I mean, this is also pretty heavy. This is definitely heavy, too.
Holy diver, you've been down too long in the midnight sea. Oh, what's becoming of me? Ride the tiger.
I mean, also the lyrics are just fantastic.
You can see his stripes, but you know he's clean. Oh, don't you see what I mean? Gotta get away, holy diver. Yeah. Got shiny diamonds, like the eyes of a cat in the black and blue. Something is coming for you. Look out! Race for the morning. You can hide in the sun till you see the light.
Yeah, this is tough. I really don't know if I can pick between Rainbow in the Dark and Holy Dive. I just don't know if I could do it.
Oh, we will pray it's alright. Gotta get away. Get away. Between the velvet lies, there's a truth that's hard as steel. Yeah. The vision never dies. Life's a never-ending wheel. Say, holy diver, you're the star of the masquerade. No need to look so afraid. Jump, jump, jump on the tiger. You can feel his heart, but you know he's mean. Some light can never be seen. Yeah.
mean, is this music video not sheer awesomeness either? Possibly some Illuminati vibes here.
Holy diver, you've been down too long in the midnight sea. Oh, it's becoming of me. No, no, ride the tide. You can see his stripes, but you know he's clean. Oh, don't you see what I mean? Gotta get away, get away. Gotta get away, get away.
You know what's weird? This song is all like medieval and riding tigers, and then then that final lyric, "the cops in blue coming after you," that doesn't match the rest of the song. But anyway, I hope everybody had a good time. I don't know if we got a designate. I guess we'll keep them as Q&As. Anything goes during these Q&As. So, yeah, I got to go work out now. Can't have all that 80s awesomeness and not use it for fitness. But, yeah, if Run Boston Bear has his way, perhaps we'll be doing some fitness playlists. All right, catch you guys next time.